Gerard, I mean, obviously another close loss for you guys. You've got five close losses basically out of the six this year. Is it frustrating, or does that wear on the players? Just the
Um,
close nature of them, I guess. You know.
yeah, it's definitely frustrating, but it's a sign in the right direction. As a whole, as a team, we play really physical, and we just need to take this momentum into the next three games and just finish strong in the rest of the season.
Gerard, your coach said that the offensive line he thought may have been the best performance of this season. What can you take from that, even though the outcome wasn't what you wanted?
Well, like I just said, it's a sign in the right direction. As a whole, I feel like we communicated well, and through all the shifts, the movements they gave us, we were targeted up correctly, and some similarities going to Tulane, some not. They get a little bit more even, but just being able to call out the fronts and be on the same page as the entire line, I feel like would benefit us. And then that just gives us the freedom to just kind of play with that physicality. So bring that in for the next three games up ahead would be great for us.
Did you feel like you guys had really established dominance against them over the course of the game? After the first few drives, you were able to move it really consistently. Did you feel like, your offensive line was moving them as much as it looked like you were?
Well, I just felt we just had a pace, between our running backs hitting the holes, just coming off the ball with something to us. So physicality, I feel like that's kind of what kept us going. Like I said, in its entirety from, having to check down options, we was able to get get the DBs to still respect our routes. Our running back set us up really well, and I feel like we all just played as a unit that game. So, I mean, that's why we had the success we had.
What has gone into getting to that point this year? With an offensive line, a lot of you guys were coming back, but the chemistry has to be right. And how did you guys go about getting to the point where you were able to perform as well as you did Saturday?
Just taking extra time outside of our day, sitting down, watching film was a big thing for us. With class scheduling, we couldn't get everybody, but in the hotel, we also kind of went back through again as well. So just taking extra time to just do more and be more active on our own ends, and not only when it's time for scheduled meetings with our coach to just do our due diligence to prep ourselves and make sure we study the game and say, hey, did you see this? Did you see this? What do you think? How are you going to attack this? And like I said, just establishing that communication prior to the game going in.
How important is it to you to win these final three games so that you're bowl eligible?
I mean, it's definitely big time. I mean, that's what you work for every year in, year out, and that's just our goal. We got to take this momentum. We didn't come out with the, we didn't come out the win last week, but this is momentum that we need to carry through these last three games. I mean, they're all winnable, but at the same time, we got to respect our opponent. All teams is good and have something to them that we just need to execute. So, just like I said, we got to take this momentum and just look at the positives about it and finish it out. It's definitely important to us as a team. It's definitely important to me as a senior here, and I just want to finish strong.
I asked Coach this, and he had to be kind of politically correct, so I'll get your take, and you might have the same answer. You've played Oklahoma State, Ohio State, and Cincinnati, three teams that, OSU, Cowboys would have to win out to have a chance to play off, I'm sure. But Ohio State and Cincinnati are both kind of up there in the rankings. Do you feel like that Cincinnati has been maybe disrespected by the committee a little bit to not be in that top four? Do you feel like that's a top four team in the country? I'm sure you watch other college football games, but you've played two teams that are right up there near the top.
I mean, they're a well-coached team. They're a great team. They got a good thing going for them, and it really just kind of depends on what you do. And I guess for their situation of getting to the playoffs, they kind of got to do what we got to do and just finish strong. If they continue to just battle out every week and win their last 3 or 4, however many games they have left, it should set them up for where they want to be. But that's my take on it. They're all good teams.
Gerard, a lot of your success last week was because you were pacing the other team. You guys were really running you triggered off 83 plays. What's that like? What is it like when you're doing a great job offensively, pacing the other team and getting to the line of scrimmage, and whether it's run or pass, you're just snapping it quickly? What's the feeling like?
Man, you just get to a point where it's just kind of second nature. Your adrenaline takes over. You just got to go. It's definitely a pace we practice, and it's definitely faster in practice. So being there is kind of second nature. and that just comes from taking the Tuesdays, the Wednesdays, the Thursdays serious, not just when it's game time. So prepping that momentum and that pace and that, consistency of quick plays is just something we built through the week. And I feel like that's something that we did good last week and we need to continue to do. But it's definitely positive when you can just put your foot on the gas and just keep going. It's definitely devastating to the defense because they don't get time to adjust. So it's just a plus for us, and we need to keep that going for the rest of the season.
That said, there was a point in the game where you guys were pacing them, and Chris Paul had a crushing block on a guy, and he kind of jumped up and he started dancing. It's like he was running in a field of tulips or something like that. He was kind of celebrating a little bit, and everybody else was at the line of scrimmage. Do you recall that, and what was going on?
Yeah, I do. And Chris, this is a great guy, man. He got a great block, and he was unaware that we were pacing. So when he saw everyone say, he just said, oh, whatever. I don't know what the language is for this moment, but he said, oh crap, whatever. I got to get back. But it was definitely funny. I mean, we were seeing him get up. He was just trying to, make sure he didn't get any call or anything like that. But yeah, it was just a funny moment. Everyone's on the line like, come on, Chris, let's go. But yeah, that was a funny moment in the middle of the game.